What's to come is here, and it's not lower, not more extensive, not sleeker, and not speedier, and it wears absurd taillights. Look past its robot Donkey Kong styling, and the 2018 Toyota CHR is the vehicular epitome of sluggish customary way of thinking as the second decade of the 21st century breaks up the way. It's not awful, but rather it's not attempting, either. It's okayish as a matter of course. Since trunks are quickly being annihilated like smallpox, the CHR is normally a 5-entryway thing like a hybrid, with the exception of the all misrepresentation of rough terrain capacity, including even discretionary all-wheel drive, has gone AWOL. It kind of fills the spaces that Toyota used to populate with both the bigger Venza and the littler Scion XT, with yell out to the Matrix. The letters remain for coupe, however it isn't one, and high rider, however it doesn't ride all that high. All things considered, it's a philosophical dismissal of the square-shaped boxed Scion XB tasteful that once appeared to be bound to persist and now survives just in the Kia Soul. The CHR is basically Toyota's elucidation of the Nissan Juke with a hyphenated prod to the Honda HR-V. It's greater than both of those. The 103.9-inch wheelbase surpasses the Juke's by 4.3 inches, and its 171.2-inch general length is 8.8 inches longer. Like those contenders, it incorporates comparable highlights, for example, high-mounted back entryway handles and a foreshortened tail. What's more, to some degree like the Juke, the CHR has the profile of a hunching chimpanzee. Under that squatting monkey outside is a mechanical bundle of bewildering conventionality. The CHR is organized around a similar Toyota New Global Architecture, TNGA, that supports current Prius models. It's imaginable that the following Corolla will share a lot of this current Kia's essential building when it shows up soon. It's a bound-together structure upheld on a strut front suspension and a multi-link setup in the back. The rack and pinion controlling is electrically helped. The non-freezing stopping device framework uses ventilated plates in front and strong circles at back, and the motor is situated transversely in advance, driving a consistently factor-programmed transmission, CVT. Consider each little auto tried and true way of thinking box checked. Drive comes kindness of a 2.0-liter individual from Toyota's currently decade-old ZR4 barrel motor family. It has double overhead cams, 16 valves with variable planning, and a moderately long stroke. Be that as it may, it is evaluated at only 144 drive far up at a shouting 6,100 revolutions per minute. The torque crest comes at a more sensible 3,900 revolutions per minute, yet there's just a small 139 pounds-to-foot. This is a simple and unassuming power plant. Humility and straightforwardness don't, be that as it may, function admirably with a CVT. As a rule, CVTs work best when lashed to present-day turbocharged motors with a thick low end and a torque bend that begins down low and remains level great and long. For instance, the 174 horsepower turbo 1.5-liter inline-4 that Honda introduces in the Civic, as a move up to a 158 horsepower, 138 pound-to-foot 2.0-liter 4, delivers its 162 pounds-to-foot of pinnacle torque at just 1,700 revolutions per minute and manages at the distance to 5,500 revolutions per minute. That auto CVT doesn't have to search out higher motor velocities to discover satisfactory snort. Interestingly, the generally peaky and not extremely liberal torque bend of the CHR is normally suctioned in line 4 implies that the CVT's drive belt frantically chases for a push. What's more, that out comes in a droning ramble that is most bothering at full throttle. By 2011 models, the CHR's drivetrain is fine for a CVT. Be that as it may, for 2018 it feels, and sounds, agonizingly bygone. All things considered, there is a touch of enjoyable to be discovered utilizing the prearranged virtual apparatuses got to by means of the transmission lever, however it'd be less demanding if there were move paddles behind the guiding wheel. There aren't. Despite the fact that we assume that, with this pitiful endeavor at manual moving, its significant other a heart than no heart by any stretch of the imagination. The unimportant 144 drive will have a difficult time at moving 3,286 pounds, regardless of what the transmission. Toss a block at the quickening agent pedal and the CHR hesitates to 60 miles per hour in 11 seconds level and finishes the quarter mile in 18.4 seconds at 79 miles per hour. That is utilizing the M mode in the transmission. It's hardly faster, a relative term, than is the completely programmed mode. In any case, It's the absence of responsiveness and passing that includes some fear in with the general mishmash. It takes the CHR a languid 7.5 seconds to moan from 50 to 70 miles per hour. That is no less than a half second slower than any of the 6 Morputes CD thought about in 2015. It's a gigantic 1.8 seconds behind the 146 horsepower Mazda CX-3 Touring that won that comparo while additionally battling the parasitic drag of an all-wheel drive framework. Unmistakably, the CVT murders what little execution potential there was in the CHR. In any event, it pays off in expressway efficiency. In spite of the fact that we gauged 28 miles per gallon in blended utilize, 1 mile per gallon lower than the EPA consolidated rating, the CHR recorded 37 miles per gallon on our 200-mile throughway efficiency test, an astounding 6 miles per gallon superior to anything the official Parkway assess. All CHRs come wearing 18-inch wheels inside 225/50R18 all-season tires, and their hold is totally spent at 0.81 grams on our skid pad, joined by extreme understeer. The directing itself is light and the correspondence through the calfskin-wrapped wheel is shockingly fulfilling. However, the general outcome is a capable recounting uninteresting story. Toyota offers the CHR in 2 trim levels, the $23,495 XLE and the $25,345 XLE Premium, so the XLE part is somewhat inconsequential, yet whatever. It's in the component content for the buck that the CHR sparkles generally splendidly. The XLE's standard hardware list incorporates versatile voyage control, path takeoff cautioning, path keeping help, projector shaft headlights, double-zone programmed atmosphere control, calfskin on the directing haggle handle, and a 7.0-inch halfway-mounted touchscreen for showing and controlling diversion and correspondence frameworks. The XLE Premium, the one we tried, includes brightening for the visor vanity mirrors, blind side observing, warmed fabric situates, a vicinity key, haze lights, and lights in the side C reflects the Venture the CHR logo on the ground close by the front entryways. The main choice on the one we drove was $194 worth of floor and payload mats. In any case, there are holes in all that, as well. Toyota's untuned sound suite isn't offered in the CHR. The reinforcement camera's picture doesn't show on the inside screen, rather it's in a minuscule square inserted in the rear view reflect. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto likewise aren't on the non-existent alternatives list. Route framework? Utilize your telephone, or simply know where you're going before squeezing the begin catch. It appears as if Toyota couldn't completely submit itself to the most recent innovation. The CHR's lodge is sweetly nitty-gritty in piano dark plastic, yet the accessible space isn't far-reaching. The seats are consummately molded and strong, in spite of the fact that travelers in back will be crushed and may thump noggins getting in underneath the inclining back rooftop. That rooftop additionally obstructs freight space with the back seats up. The Soul has completely 5 cubic feet more in that circumstance. The CHR's gear volume is on the low end of class standards when the back seats are collapsed, 36 cubic feet, as well. Yet they do go down level. All U.S.advertised CHRs are gathered at Toyota's plant in Sakarya, Turkey, and there's no obvious trade-off in material or get-together quality. The CHR is a Toyota, and that implies, treated right, it may be sensible to expect it will outlast you and a few years of your descendants. Be that as it may, this is a vehicle that merits some mechanical engagement to run with its origami guard spreads and popular face. In the event that Coco the gorilla can learn gesture-based communication, this primate merits its very own few traps.